Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well folks, get woke, go broke. We have seen a whole lot of great examples. Most of these examples involve a massive corporation running a ridiculous ad campaign or taking a political stance based on some sort of false leftist narrative, and then receiving massive backlash, and of course it hurts their bottom line. For the most part, that's been the case, and this notion of getting woke and going broke, well, it's a little bit hyperbolic, it's a little bit of a meme. These companies don't actually go broke, they just in certain cases take a hit. Well, it seems as though that might have just changed. There is in fact a company that went absolutely woke, but frankly that has just been woke basically from the start, but became progressively more and more woke. And that's of course Buzzfeed or Buzzfeed News, and they are literally going broke, as in losing $10 million a year broke, as in stock price in the gutter after the launch of their IPO going public. Public investment is not going to save them. This is a brand that is irredeemable, at least within the realm of their news division, as BuzzFeed News is going under, literally. Now, for the most part, I don't like to celebrate in the demise of an entity. I would never celebrate in the loss of life like lefties do, but I will certainly, every single day, every single time, 10 out of 10 times, celebrate in the demise of BuzzFeed News. Because this isn't cancel culture, this is one thing, karma, and you absolutely gotta love it. And I know you guys love it, so I'm gonna update you guys on everything that's going on here. But of course, before we get into any of it, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share the video as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. With that out of the way, let's roll the tape. Well folks, I wasn't kidding, I wasn't lying to you, it's the end of BuzzFeed News. BuzzFeed shareholders urged CEO Jonah Peretti to shut down the entire news operation, which has, quote, 100 staff and loses $10 million a year. Staff bombard executives with questions and leaked audio of tense meeting about the news. New York-based website BuzzFeed is gutting its news division at the digital media company. Amid reports, shareholders have urged founder and CEO Jonah Peretti to shut it down entirely. The newsroom, which reportedly loses BuzzFeed $10 million a year, is offering voluntary buyouts, while some top editors are leaving, CNBC reports. Several key shareholders have told founder and CEO Jonah Peretti to shut down the entire operation. The departures of Mark Schoofs, the editor-in-chief of BuzzFeed News, and deputy editor-in-chief Tom Namako, who announced a move to NBC News Digital on Tuesday. Ariel Kaminer, the executive editor for investigations, is also leaving. Now, before we continue the article, I just want to take a pause. Don't you find it incredible how these woke New York journalists can work at BuzzFeed, tank the news division into the ground to the point where they're just getting rid of it entirely, and then immediately following this massive failure get hired at NBC News Digital? I mean, absolutely stupid within left-wing circles. This concept of failing upwards, upward mobility through complete failure and incompetence, seems to be the trend that we've observed. But let's continue the article. On BuzzFeed's earnings calls on Tuesday, CEO Jonah Peretti said the company is accelerating its investment in vertical video popular on apps like TikTok. Essentially, BuzzFeed is moving away from serious topics like politics and the news and moving to pop culture nonsense videos on TikTok, right where they belong, frankly. But things were less cordial in a meeting that was recorded and leaked to Business Insider, where Peretti took a more realistic approach with what was happening to his news division. By the time staffers were allowed to ask questions, multiple reporters said that Peretti had already left the meeting. But of course, that didn't stop staffers from unleashing on the remaining executives who were in the meeting. This is the exact opposite of the message that we got from Mark Schoofs. One employee said, "We have been pushed toward longer form, less reactive news for 2 years, and now I'm hearing the exact opposite. I don't understand beyond shareholders not liking news what the real problem is here." Of course, completely deluded, economically illiterate leftists strike again. "I don't understand what the problem is here. Why shareholders are coming after the news division at BuzzFeed." Well, maybe it's the fact that shareholders are literally paying your salary, 100 of you working at BuzzFeed News, and you guys are losing $10 million a year. No, of course not. That couldn't possibly be it. Another noted Peretti's absence at the Q&A. "This is very frustrating, and it's very rude that Jonah left," said another employee. "It's effing disrespectful. All of this is really disheartening and hurtful. This is why we have an effing union. You can't just treat people like this." I mean, these people are in denial. BuzzFeed News has done nothing but push race-baiting nonsense for years, which of course was catchy back in like 2014, 2013, before people started waking up to what the woke agenda truly meant. But they never evolved, and then to make matters worse, they got themselves involved in the whole Russiagate nonsense, being one of the main news sources that pushed the Steele dossier and all the salacious false accusations and false rumors and stories surrounding Donald Trump in Moscow. They have done nothing but absolutely tarnish and destroy their reputation, and now they're pretending to be the victims. You guys did this to yourselves. You had a massive audience on your way to becoming a billion-dollar corporation, a massive mainstream news outlet, a woke outlet, but nonetheless a massive mainstream news outlet. But you went too far. You acted like complete kooks. You destroyed your own business. You did it to yourselves, and now you're acting like victims. When shareholders, the people who literally fund your salary, aren't happy because they're losing money paying you to write nonsense articles. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is why we have a union. You can't just treat people like this. Actually, you can. And you're being treated exactly how you deserve. Frankly, you're being treated a little nicer than you deserve. The people at Buzzfeed have frankly been a virus in the world of public discourse for too long now. Here's another staffer from the leaked call. Another staffer had similar concerns. To be told by Jonah, who has left the meeting, which everyone is obviously really upset about, that he's not going to subsidize us as if we're a charity case in this company is insulting. Morale is such a problem. Again, totally deluded. You know what? I don't like Jonah Peretti because I don't like the product that he's created with BuzzFeed News. But he is absolutely correct. He is subsidizing woke journalism that is losing him money and losing his shareholders money. You are a charity case. You are being subsidized, and you have two options here. Either find a new job, which I'm sure CNN, NBC will be willing to hire you instantly. Oh, and not to mention the BBC and the CBC in the UK and Canada, which are subsidized by taxpayer dollars. They'll definitely give you money because, I mean, they literally don't even have to turn a profit to hire you. You have that option, or you have the option of doing what you told coal miners to do after Democrats destroyed the energy sector. Just learn to code. I mean, what a complete joke BuzzFeed News is. And their reaction basically says it all. I mean, look at what BuzzFeed News did to the company. This is the stock price of BuzzFeed Inc. on the NASDAQ after they went public. The price of BuzzFeed stock was down over 60%. This is what BuzzFeed News did to the company. And take a look at the most recent price action. It's actually going up. It's recovered almost 20% from its lowest low. Why do you think that is? It's very simple, folks. The moment investors got news that BuzzFeed News was going to be shut down entirely, the stock price went up. That is actually what happened. The moment news got released that all of these woke journalists are going to be kicked out of the network and the newsroom that they occupy is going to be shut down, the moment that news broke, the stock started to climb again. That's literally get woke, go broke, get unwoke, make some money again. But of course, it's not exactly that simple, because now BuzzFeed News, a company that is hemorrhaging $10 million a year, is hit with another massive lawsuit. Staff accused BuzzFeed of doing them out of $8.7 million. 80 workers file a lawsuit over blunder that left them unable to sell shares when the stock price tanked by 60% after publisher's IPO. Nearly 80 employees are seeking compensation from BuzzFeed after they claim the company made it unable for them to share their stock shares at an ideal time. The employees wanted to sell their stock when the company went public on December 6, 2021, but many were met with delays in the process. Just another complete joke of a company, giving employees stake in the company, promising them that they'll get shares. BuzzFeed goes public and they withheld those shares from those employees, probably because the price was tanking and they didn't want more people selling their shares and making the price even worse. A joke of a company that has disgraced the world of journalism and news. A company that is going broke, and deservedly so. A company that is getting everything that it deserves. And frankly, many of the people who work there as well. There's many cases where there's good people working for a company and the company goes under and they take a financial hit, and you know what, they don't deserve it. But at BuzzFeed News, it's truly from the top up and the bottom down, and the whole organization deserves the financial hit that they have taken. That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share it as much as possible. I'm gonna get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.